me in front of the target. These are getting to be kind of fun. I'm always in someplace different, right? Where were we? We were in Mathew chapter 7. If I can get there. Chapter 7. Do not judge, lest ye be judged. For with what judgment you judge, you shall be judged, and with what same measure you use, it shall be measured to you. This isn't judgment as in making a decision. You can't judge me! I said I was judging you. I'm making a statement. I'm making a judgment based on the facts available to me. I am not condemning anyone. There's two things. Yeah, there's discernment, and then there's condemnation. We're all called to be able to rightly divide between right and wrong, between truth and lies, between good behavior and poor behavior. And we are allowed to correct our brother should they be found in error. But we get this, you're a Christian, you're not supposed to judge me. That's not what this is talking about. Why do you look at the splinter in your own brother's eye, but do not notice the plank in your own eye? See, this is where we're getting the difference between discernment and judgment. If you can't discern that you're doing the same crap you're accusing other people of doing, then you're a hypocrite. If you can clean up your own act, then you can be in a position to help others clean up their act. That's what we're talking about. We're getting at the root of hypocrisy. Somebody accusing another of something when they themselves are guilty of the same thing. That's what we're really talking about here. How is it that you say to your brother, let me remove the splinter, and see the plank is in your own eye? Hypocrite. See, there's the big word, hypocrite. First remove the plank from your own eye, then you shall see clearly to remove the splinter out of your brother's eye. See, it's not really about condemning somebody. Do not give what is set apart to the dogs, nor throw your pearls before the pigs, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. Makes me wonder why I'm on YouTube sometimes. Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it shall be opened. Wow. I was just giving testimony about this a couple weeks ago, wasn't I? Just have to ask. If you're in favor. And it says right here, for everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and him who knocks it shall be opened. Or is there a man among you, if his son asks for bread, shall give him a stone? If he asks for a fish, shall give him a snake? You then, being wicked, know how to give good gifts to your children. How much more shall your Father who is in the heavens give what is good to those who ask him? This is really starting to get good, huh? Therefore, whatever you wish men to do to you, do also to them, for this is the Torah and the prophets. See, this isn't just the golden rule. This is the sum of the Torah and the prophets. He just said it to you, just there. He summed it all up for you. Let me repeat that so that we can get things straight. Whatever you wish men to do to you, do also to them, for this is the Torah and the prophets. Now that we've got that out of the way. Enter in through the narrow gate, because the gate is wide and the way is broad that leads to destruction, and there are many who enter in through it. Wow. Wow. Because the gate is narrow and the way is hard pressed, which leads to life, and there are few who find it, and even fewer who follow. But beware of the false prophets. Yeah? Who come into you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are savage wolves. By their fruits you shall know them. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes? Or figs from thistles? So every good tree that yields good fruit. But a rotten tree yields wicked fruit. A good tree is unable to yield wicked fruit, and a rotten tree is unable to yield good fruit. For every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. So then, by their fruits you shall know them. Not everyone who says to me, Master, Master, shall enter into the reign of the heavens, but he who is doing the desire of my Father in the heavens. He who is doing the desire of my Father who is in the heavens. And how do we become familiar with what the Father's will is for us in our lives? Oh, I think we've already just expressed that just a few short verses ago. Many shall say to me in that day, what day do you think we're talking about? Many who say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name? And have we not cast out demons in your name, and done many mighty works in your name? And I shall declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. That means being without the Torah. Anywhere where you see law, insert Torah. Okay? Okay. That, you know what? That comes from the Psalms, chapter 6, verse 8. Look it up. Therefore everyone who hears these words of mine and does them shall be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain came down, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. Who is the rock? I don't know. I think we should probably go back into the Torah and find out who the rock is. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them shall be like a foolish man who built his house on the shifting sand. And the rain came down, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and they beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall. Then it came to be, when Yeshua had ended these words, that the people were astonished at his teaching, for he was teaching them as one possessing authority, and not as scribes. See, here's what the scribes and the Pharisees would do. They go, well, Rambam, or Rashi, or Maimonides, whoever it was in that day, Hillel, Gamaliel said this, and Hillel said that. They run around expressing the authority of those who came before them, where Yeshua came in no other authority than the authority of his Father. So he spoke with authority. He didn't have to say, Rambam said this, or Maimonides said that, or Rashi said this, or sorry, I was about to get rear-ended by a person not paying any attention. So he spoke with authority, and yes, people were astonished, because not only did he speak on his own authority, what he said was right and just and good according to the Torah and the prophets. Had he not, they would have found him to be a false prophet and would have stoned him on the right there in the place. It's funny to me that The Jews have the greatest testimony that Jesus was and is the Messiah, where the Christians have the greatest testimony that he is not. Any man coming in the name of Yahuwah, saying that he is a prophet and teaching you not to do the Torah and not to hear the prophets who pointed to the Torah, makes that man a false prophet and a false shepherd. And thus worthy of punishment, even stoning unto death. Because that's in the Torah. That's in the Torah. Anyway, I'm going to have to cut it short today, guys. I was going to do one more chapter, but I got to get home. So, have a blessed night. I hope that these little talks are helping. I really do.